Hello dear students. So in today's class, let us discuss about the superconducting solids. So superconducting solids are the solids which offer zero resistance to the flow of electric current at very low temperatures of about 2 Kelvin to 5 Kelvins. So this phenomenon of offering zero resistance at low temperature is called as the superconduction. So, and the solids which offers zero resistance to the flow of electric current at very low temperature are called as the superconducting solids. So, the temperature between 2 Kelvin to 5 Kelvin. So, at a very low temperature, so certain solids will possess zero resistance. They offer zero resistance, that is no resistance to the flow of electric current. So such solids are called as the superconducting solids. So the temperature, so that is the very low temperature of 2 to 5 Kelvin, it is difficult to maintain usually in our daily life. So now the attempts are being made to produce and discover the solids which are superconductors at workable and economically manageable temperatures. So the next the high temperature superconducting solids. So at high temperatures of about 125 kelvins, so certain solids will offer no resistance to the flow of electric current, are called as the superconducting high temperature superconducting solids. So at higher temperatures, so the solids will offer zero resistance for the flow of electric current. So such solids are called as the high temperature superconducting solids. So here you can see some of the examples of the superconductors, that is cuprate family superconductors. So these are the temperatures at which these superconducting materials will offer zero resistance for the flow of electric current. That means at these temperatures, so these substances will behave like superconductors. So next let us move on to the applications of high temperature superconductors. So the first application of the high temperature superconductors. So the high temperature superconductors are used in the production of sensitive magnetometers. So based on the SQUIDs. So that is superconducting quantum interference devices. So that means, so these magnetometers, so which measures the very low magnetic field or magnetic dipole moments. So the magnetometers, the production of these magnetometers are based on the superconducting quantum interference devices, so which measures very low magnetic field. So the next application is, so these high temperature superconductors are used in the fast digital circuits, so including those based on the Josephson junctions and rapid single flux quantum technology. So these Josephson junctions, so this Josephson junction is the phenomenon of supercurrent. So a current that flows continuously without any voltage applied across a device is known as the Josephson's junction. So this Josephson junctions consisting of two or more superconductors coupled by a weak link. So those are called as the Josephson junctions, and the rapid single flux quantum technology. So in electronics, so this rapid single flux quantum technology is a digital electronic device. Okay, this RSFQ is a digital electronic device, so that uses the superconducting devices like the Josephson junctions to process the digital signals, are called as the RSFQ, or the rapid single flux quantum technology. So the next application is that the high temperature superconductors are used in the powerful superconducting electromagnets. So to produce the powerful superconducting electromagnets, so which are used in the maglev trains. So that means, so this maglev is a system of train transportation. So this maglev trains uses two sets of magnets. So one set to repel and push the train up off the track, and another set to move the elevated train ahead, taking the advantage of the lack of friction. Okay, so usually these maglev trains will travel at a speed of 500 kilometers per hour. Okay, so the next is the magnetic resonance imaging, that is MRI, and nuclear magnetic resonance NMR machine. So these MRI and NMR machines uses the powerful superconducting electromagnets. So the magnetic confinement fusion reactors. So the example, the tokamaks. So this tokamak is a device, so which uses a powerful magnetic field to confine the plasma in the shape of a torus. So these tokamaks are produced to control the thermonuclear fusion, that is power. So these tokamaks are produced to control thermonuclear fusion powers, and the beam steering and focusing magnets based on the particle accelerators. So particles accelerators are the devices which accelerates the speed of the particles, like the protons and the electrons. So these superconducting high temperature superconductors offers the low loss of power cable. So these high temperature superconductors are used in the manufacturing of the low loss power cables. So next let us see the other applications of the high temperature superconductors. So the next application is that the high temperature superconductors are used in radio frequency and microwave filters. Example, the mobile phone base stations, as well as the military ultra sensitive or selective receivers. So the next one, the high temperature superconductors are used in the fast fault current limiters. Okay, so next one, the high sensitivity particle detectors, including the transition edge sensor, the superconducting bolometer. So that means this bolometer is a device for measuring the power of incident electromagnetic radiation through the heating of a material with a temperature dependent electrical resistance. So this is a device. So the superconducting tunnel junction detector, the kinetic inductance detector, and the superconducting nanowire single photon detector. So all these devices uses the high temperature superconducting materials. So the high temperature superconductors are also used in the railgun and coil gun magnets. So these railgun consisting of two rails. These railgun magnets consisting of two rails. So whereas in case of the coil gun, so the magnets will be in the shape of the coil. So the next one is that the high temperature superconductors are used in electric motors and generators. Okay, so these are the applications of high temperature superconductors.